Namaskar to the viewer of this demo lecture. I am Jatinder Kumar. I have done masters in zoology and I have research experience in the field of human physiology, that is nervous system physiology. Uh, Today I am here to present this demo lecture. Topic for the lecture is cell, the basic unit of life. It's also called fundamental unit of life. The life can't exist without cell. Cell is the basic, fundamental, initial requirement for the life to exist. If we talk about the different subtopics related to this cell, which I will explain in the next slide, these all are subtopics. So before discussing all that things, let's talk about this discovery of the cell. So there was a scientist named Robert Hooke, an English scientist, who saw cells in the thin slice of cork with his crude microscope, the microscope which he had assembled himself. You can see a picture over here, and he observed cork cell, and it appeared honeycomb-like. You can see over here that this is the first observation seen by this Robert Hooke for the first time. He saw crude with his crude microscope the cork cell. Cork, you may know, it's a bark of uh, tree plant tree basically. It's a outer covering of the tree which are dead. It appear honeycomb like as its lack cell content, and cell wall is seen like honeycomb in the microscope. When we see it under the light microscope, it's appear honeycomb like. He discovered His discovery indicated for the first time that living things consist of number of small structures. He was the first scientist who led to the world to know that there are small structures or unit from which all living things are made up of. So there were other scientists too after that, Robert Hooke, like Leeuwenhoek, Robert Brown, Sladen and Schwann, Rudolf Virchow, and many more who uh, did very well uh, work related to the cell. Like for the first time, he discovered the cell. Leeuwenhoek studied for the first time living cell under microscope. In 1831, Robert Brown named nucleus, discovered and named the nucleus in a cell. Sladen and Schwann formulated cell theory in 1838 and 39, that they divided cells into uh, pro, uh, prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, and many other properties related to the cell. In 1855, Rudolf Virchow stated omni cellula e cellula. That means every cell arises from pre-existing cell. You can see pictures of all named scientists in this slide: Robert Hooke, Leeuwenhoek, Robert Brown, Swan, Sladen, Rudolf Virchow. They all have done wonderful job, wonderful research related to the cell. So, what are living organism made up of? It's a question. So, you all know there are two type of things: living things and non-living things. Living things, which we are going to concern with, the living things which have life, non-living things which does not have. Living things grow, divide, multiply, reproduce, use oxygen, carbon dioxide for its metabolic activity to utilize energy, while non-living things does not have these kind of properties. So just as the building is made up of bricks, the body of all living organisms are made up of cells. Like building, when there uh, is you can see a wall which is made up of bricks. There is a one brick, upon that there is a piles of bricks one upon the other, and it makes a wall and ultimate a building. Like this, our body, organism, multi-cell organism, all organisms are made up of cell with the help of uniting or piling of cells in a particular order, particular manner. Basic on being cellular organism, some organism are single cell organism. They are made up of single cell. Like they are also called unicellular organism. They perform their functions by themselves in a single cell. They are made up of one unit cell, one cell. All the metabolic activities, all the functions are carried out by in a single cell. They use oxygen as well as carbon dioxide for the production of energy. They do metabolism in a single cell. They reproduce, they divide by a single cell. The single cell organism is called unicellular organism. And there are other cells organism which are made up of more than one cell, more than a cell, called multicellular organism. Like we are multicellular organism. Animals, most of the animals are multicellular organism. Irrespective of unicellular or multicellular organism, the cell performs similar basic function for their survival, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. All cells do some basic functions for their survival, like utilization of energy, production of energy, carrying out metabolic reactions, expiration, inspiration, for the generation of energy, for the performing functions, division. All things are similar in all types of cells.